Hey, it's Mike with Serr.biz Search Engine Ranking Rules. Today, we're gonna start getting our hands dirty. We're actually gonna do some work. What we're gonna do today is choose keywords, right? We have a website that we want to optimize, but we need to know what keywords we want to optimize for. So, an important idea that we need to understand about keywords is as a local business owner, you have ideas, right, about your product and your service, and damn it, you're right. Well, let me tell you a little story about choosing the right key terms. I worked for a rug company. They made handmade carpets and they were very high end, very couture, etc. They did not want to use the word rugs because in their minds, and it might be true, rugs connotates a machine made, what have you, machine made rug, but they sold high end handmade carpets. Well, I did some keyword research and handmade rugs had about 10 times the search volume than carpets did. They still didn't want to optimize for it. So we set up a campaign in Adwords, and handmade rugs leading to their website produced more sales than handmade carpets. After that, after showing them evidence of what people actually search, despite their branding and their couture mindset, handmade rugs actually produced better click-through rates and more sales. My point is that you as the business owner and absolutely know your business better than I do, better than most people, right? But you want to optimize for keyword searches and phrases that humans are actually looking for. What's going to get the human to click on your page once it's seen in Google, and then when they get to your website, what is going to cause them to transact with you? So the first thing to do is some research, some keyword research. And one of the easiest and simplest places to do research is Google. Now, mind you, there's plenty of paid tools out there, but I tend to like to just use Google because that's what I'm trying to get into is Google. So I'm going to take the hints and knowledge that I can glean directly from Google to choose my keywords. So on that note, let's just go to Google right now. Okay, so we're at Google, and the website that we're going to optimize for is a karate class school in Dallas, Texas. Full disclosure, my son goes there, and I'm just helping them out because they need the help. So first thing we're going to do is go to Google search and type in karate. Now stop, don't hit enter. Just pay attention to what pops up. You see all this down here? Google is showing us terms that other people have searched and what Google themselves think are important, popular terms related to karate. And the first thing we see is Karate Kid. Obviously, that's not relevant. We're not interested in finding key terms for the movie. We're interested in finding key terms that are relevant to the business service, which is teaching kids and adults karate, focus on kids. So first things down here, we just see is karate generic. Then we see karate near me, karate Dallas, karate Plano. Those are good terms. We're going to take karate Dallas, right, and see what shows up. Right here, we see the typical paid ads, which are at the top. That's AdWords. Anybody can just go by key terms now and be found there. We're going to scroll down. We're going to take note that right here, right, where we see the generic categorization that Google Maps has. So martial arts school. So that's interesting right off the top. It's a karate school, but Google's master term for that grouping is martial arts, which, makes sense. Martial arts covers all types of martial arts, of which karate is just one of. It's interesting. Oh, look, and right over here is my client. Now, I've already done some work for them beyond this tutorial. So that's in part why they're already starting to show up over there. At least we really want to get here, but we're choosing keywords. So if we go down some more, the very bottom of a Google search results page, it shows you a whole bunch of other terms that are related to karate that Google thinks are important. So what you can do is just, copy those terms down and put them in a spreadsheet or put them someplace that you like. Myself, I like to use a Google Doc because I can share it with, my clients and other people that I'm working with, and they can add into it if they want, etc. I like that aspect of Google Docs. And there's a link down below in the written tutorial to a template that I made, and we'll take a look at that in a little bit. But anyway, here are some more terms that are kind of interesting. Martial arts near me for adults, Dallas Martial Arts Academy, martial arts, Dallas again, karate camp, Dallas. So right now we're just going to be optimizing for the home page, but those are some new terms that we are probably going to incorporate. Possibly. Definitely, we're going to want to incorporate martial arts versus just karate. Now, another place that you can go to find keyword popularity and search volume is Google Trends. We're going to pop over there now, trends.google.com. And I've already typed in karate here, and it shows us some subset regionalities of hotspots and so forth. Like it seems to be trending up in Rhode Island for whatever people in Rhode Island right now are interested in karate. Maybe it's Karate Kid, not sure. But we can drill down. Since we're in Dallas, let's go to Texas and let's drill down into the Dallas-Fort Worth, Texas region and just see what kind of information it tells us. So it looks like we've got some ups and downs, which is pretty standard, a little plateau here around October, November. So that's kind of the slow time of the year, I guess. And then it peaks back up, it looks like in January. Yep, January. So that's interesting. So there seems to be a bit of a seasonality to the search phrase karate. That's just good to know. As a business owner, you'll know what your seasons are and so forth. Just good to know and be aware of seasonality. So like, it's October and your rankings have all dropped. Well, is that really your rankings have dropped or just search volume has dropped, right? Anyway, other things that we can find out. Down here, it's showing us, here's what's going on right now anyway, is because this is a breakout, Olympic Games Tokyo 2020. Now, we're not going to optimize the website for Olympic Games Tokyo 2020 karate. That wouldn't make any sense. However, what would make sense is if any of the students at the karate studio actually made it to the Olympics or had Olympic aspirations, or if these guys are tied in with the Olympics in any capacity, we would definitely want to mention that in the website somewhere, maybe not the homepage, but somewhere on the website, a blog post, etc. Other terms that Google is associating: judo. We don't do judo. They do Shotokan karate. I can't even pronounce this. Kigoji topic. Not sure what that is. Boxing, sports. So karate GI, karate classes. I'm in the way here. Let's see. Karate classes near me, karate near me. Now, near me is an interesting phrase. It is very popular. I've talked to some other SEOs. There's very few companies that actually incorporate near me because near me is generic. It's too generic. It could be near me and I could be sitting in Rhode Island. I really don't want traffic in Rhode Island visiting this Dallas-based company. I mean, if they do, great, but I'm not going to waste my SEO keywords on trying to get that traffic. Most of the companies that seem to do incorporate near me into their actual title tags and HTML and on their website are big national directories where that makes sense, right? They could come in anywhere and then drill down to the specific region that they want. But for a small local company, near me is probably not a good use of key terms. So point is there's just Google Trends It's not overly helpful, but it can give you some information and so forth, and maybe inspire you to something. Another place that we like to get keywords is from Google AdWords. Yes, it's a paid platform. You don't have to pay to sign up, but to get better specific information related to key terms from Google AdWords, you do need to be a paid advertiser. Otherwise, you're going to see generic ranges like 1 to 10,000 searches a month. That's pretty generic, right? If you're a paid advertiser, you can see some more specific information. Pop over to Google AdWords right now, and we're in the keyword planner tool, and we've already typed in some key terms: karate classes and martial arts classes. And an interesting thing with Google AdWords is we don't have to just do national or worldwide total volume. We can actually narrow down to the city level. So we've actually preset this. We want to see the search volume of keywords in Dallas. And over here, we have some information. So Google's showing us that martial arts near me has had 480 searches a month. Then there's jujitsu, karate near me, taekwondo, BJJ near me, karate classes near me, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, etc. We see a whole bunch of different search terms that do have search volume, but we don't want to use most of them. We're probably, in this case, going to want to use karate, Dallas, class maybe. We have to see. And then we're down here, we get some other specific research. Now, the thing to do with all of this information is not just look at it. We created a template, which I'm going to pop over to right here, that I like to make when I'm doing my keyword research. Since right now we're working on the homepage, we want to optimize that. The primary key terms that we've come up with are karate classes Dallas, etc. We notate what their competition is in Google itself. Where you find this information is right here. So we typed in karate classes Dallas, enter, and right here, there's about 5.7 million pages that we're competing against for top first page positioning. So that's what that information is. Then over in AdWords, we found out what the specific search volume is for that specific phrase. So we just notate it there. Now, another really, really good place to find what other SEOs in your industry have done is Google itself. Check this out. It's going to seem pretty obvious once I point it out to you. So back over here on this page, karate classes Dallas. Yes, we can still see the suggested keywords by Google, but we already know that. What we can do from an SEO point of view is study our competitors right now. So let's take a look. We're going to go past the paid ads. We're going to go past the Google Maps, and now we're going to get down to who's actually showing up in the top 10. And really the sweet spot is right here, right? It's the top 5. The very first website that is showing up for the top 10 is not very good SEO. It's Dallas Martial Arts Home. That's it. That's all they have. That's not a great SEO title. Why are they number 1 then? Well, they're probably number 1 because they have Dallas in the domain name right there. Their domain name is Dallas-martialarts.com. They've probably been around a long time. They probably have really good backlinks and reviews and have just been there, like I said, a long time. Additionally, if you remember, we pointed out that the top level category in Google Maps that Google has chosen is martial arts. So Google knows that karate is martial arts and has decided to show this page first. The next one up, though, is Yelp. All right. They have 10 best karate classes for kids in Dallas, Texas. So they've got no keyword density in their domain name, but they do have keywords in their title. Karate classes, Dallas, Texas. They also have it in their description: karate classes, Dallas, Texas, martial arts, Dallas, karate. So again, it's just reinforcing that our core keywords for this website are going to be karate classes, Dallas, Texas, martial arts, right? Let's take a look. The next one, the third one down, is pretty much identical, but it's karate classes, Dallas, Texas. Next up, we have Dallas, and then martial arts again. North Dallas martial arts, Dallas martial arts. So Dallas, including Dallas in our title tag and in our meta description tag, is going to be very, very important. So you can modify that template and make notes about that as well. It's up to you how you want to organize your keywords, but the important part is to have keywords to organize, to be thinking about keywords. Remember, when you're optimizing, you have two audiences. You're not just trying to get Google to show you on the home page or the top 10. You'll get some traffic out of that, but if the human who's reading it, who actually has to click, doesn't identify with it, they're not going to click, and then you'll drop out of the top 10. So that's how you choose keywords, just using Google and Google AdWords and Google Trends. Like I said, there's other tools that you may explore and want to use, but from a starter point of view, solid place to start is just start with Google, and you'll find some interesting phrases that you may not have thought of and might actually be the exact thing you need to drive traffic and get new customers and new sales. So next up is going to be titles and descriptions. We're going to continue in the vein of karate, but by being specific, we hope that you can extrapolate the important principles and use them for your own website, your own search terms. If you've liked this video, please do like and subscribe. My name is Mike with Serr.biz. Thanks for watching.